Writing: imagine standing on a remote airfield in the early years of World War II as the roar of twin radial engines shakes the ground beneath your feet. A sleek medium bomber begins to roll down the runway, gathering speed before lifting into the sky with remarkable confidence. That aircraft is the B-25 Mitchell, one of the most iconic bombers ever built by the United States. Named after General Billy Mitchell, a pioneer of American military aviation, the B-25 would become a symbol of courage, innovation, and determination during one of the most challenging periods in modern history. From the deserts of North Africa to the islands of the Pacific and the skies over Europe, the B-25 proved itself as a versatile and dependable combat aircraft capable of performing missions that few others could accomplish. The story of the B-25 Mitchell begins in the late 1930s when the United States Army Air Corps recognized the need for a modern medium bomber that could deliver significant firepower while maintaining speed and maneuverability. North American aviation responded to this challenge with an innovative design that combined powerful twin engines, a sturdy airframe, and exceptional operational flexibility. The result was an aircraft that could carry substantial bomb loads, defend itself against enemy fighters, and operate from a wide range of airfields under difficult conditions. When the B-25 first entered service in 1941, few could have predicted the legendary reputation it would earn. The aircraft featured two Wright R2600 twin Cyclone engines, each producing impressive horsepower that allowed the bomber to achieve speeds exceeding many contemporary medium bombers. Its high-mounted wings provided excellent stability, while its tricycle landing gear gave pilots improved visibility during takeoff and landing. These features may seem ordinary today, but at the time they represented significant advancements in bomber design. As America entered World War II following the attack on Pearl Harbor, the demand for reliable combat aircraft skyrocketed. The B-25 quickly became a critical part of the American war effort. Crews appreciated its rugged construction and forgiving flight characteristics. Pilots often described the aircraft as stable, predictable, and capable of absorbing tremendous battle damage while still bringing its crew home safely. Stories began to emerge of B-25s returning from combat with large holes in their wings, damaged engines, and shattered control surfaces, yet somehow remaining airworthy enough to complete the journey back to base. The moment that truly cemented the B-25 Mitchell's place in history came on April 18, 1942. In the months following Pearl Harbor, the United States sought a way to strike back against Japan and boost national morale. Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle developed an ambitious plan to launch bombers from an aircraft carrier and attack targets on the Japanese mainland. The B-25 was selected for this daring mission because it offered the ideal balance of range, payload, and performance. 16 specially modified B-25 Mitchell bombers were loaded onto the deck of the aircraft carrier USS Hornet and sailed toward Japan. Launching a medium bomber from an aircraft carrier had never been attempted in combat. The crews faced enormous risks. The aircraft had limited fuel reserves, uncertain weather conditions, and no realistic opportunity to return to the carrier. Nevertheless, the mission proceeded. One by one, the B-25s thundered off the carrier deck and headed toward Japan. The raid caused relatively limited physical damage, but its psychological impact was enormous. It demonstrated that Japan was vulnerable to attack and provided a significant morale boost for the American public. The Doolittle Raid transformed the B-25 Mitchell into a symbol of American resilience and determination. As the war expanded, the B-25 found itself operating across nearly every theater of conflict. In North Africa, Mitchell bombers attacked enemy supply lines, airfields, and troop concentrations. Their ability to fly long distances and deliver accurate bomb loads made them valuable assets in supporting Allied ground operations. Crews often flew through intense anti-aircraft fire while facing challenging desert conditions that tested both aircraft and personnel. In the Pacific theater, the B-25 became even more important. Vast distances between islands required aircraft capable of operating independently while carrying significant payloads. The Mitchell excelled in this environment. American commanders soon discovered that the bomber could be modified for low-level attack missions against Japanese shipping and coastal installations. Engineers equipped certain versions with additional forward-firing machine guns, transforming the aircraft into a devastating gunship capable of unleashing tremendous firepower. One of the most remarkable variants was the B-25G, which featured a massive 75mm cannon mounted in the nose. This weapon was among the largest guns ever installed in a combat aircraft. Pilots used it against ships, fortified positions, and other hardened targets. While the cannon required careful aiming and generated substantial recoil, it gave the B-25 an extraordinary offensive capability that few enemy forces expected. Later versions, including the B-25H, further refined this concept by combining the cannon with numerous machine guns, creating a formidable attack platform. The B-25J became the most widely produced version of the aircraft. It incorporated lessons learned from earlier variants and offered improved armament, enhanced performance, and greater operational flexibility. Some B-25Js carried as many as 18.50 caliber machine guns, enabling them to unleash a torrent of fire during strafing attacks. Enemy troops and ships often found themselves overwhelmed by the sheer volume of bullets delivered by a single aircraft. Despite its offensive capabilities, the B-25 was not invincible. Crews faced constant danger from enemy fighters, anti-aircraft guns, mechanical failures, and harsh weather conditions. Every mission carried the possibility of disaster. Yet the bomber's rugged design repeatedly proved its worth. Numerous accounts describe Mitchell surviving direct hits that would have destroyed less durable aircraft. Ground crews worked tirelessly to repair battle-damaged bombers, often returning them to service in remarkably short periods. Life aboard a B-25 was both demanding and dangerous. Crew members typically included a pilot, co-pilot, navigator, bombardier, radio operator, and gunners. Each person played a vital role in ensuring mission success. Long flights could be physically exhausting, especially in extreme climates. Crews endured intense heat in tropical regions and bitter cold at higher altitudes. Noise levels inside the aircraft were constant and overwhelming, making communication challenging. Despite these hardships, strong bonds developed among crew members who depended on one another for survival. The cockpit of the B-25 reflected the technology of its era. Pilots relied on analog instruments, manual controls, and careful navigation techniques. There were no advanced digital displays, satellite navigation systems, or computerized flight controls. Success depended on training, experience, and teamwork. Navigators used maps, compasses, and celestial observations to guide aircraft across vast stretches of ocean and wilderness. Bombardiers calculated release points using specialized equipment while under pressure from enemy defenses. One of the reasons the B-25 earned such widespread respect was its adaptability. Engineers and military planners continually modified the aircraft to meet changing battlefield requirements. Different versions served as bombers, gunships, reconnaissance aircraft, trainers, transport aircraft, and even experimental platforms. This flexibility allowed the Mitchell to remain effective throughout the war despite rapidly evolving combat conditions. Production of the B-25 reached impressive levels as American industry mobilized for war. Factories operated around the clock, producing thousands of aircraft to meet military demand. Workers from diverse backgrounds contributed to the effort, assembling components, installing engines, testing systems, and preparing aircraft for delivery. The B-25 became not only a military asset but also a symbol of American industrial strength. Every completed aircraft represented the combined efforts of engineers, factory workers, mechanics, and military personnel working toward a common goal. The Mitchell also served alongside Allied nations through various military assistance programs. Countries including Britain, Australia, the Netherlands, China, and the Soviet Union operated the aircraft during the war. Each nation employed the bomber according to its unique operational requirements, further demonstrating the versatility of the design. Allied crews praised its reliability and effectiveness in combat, helping establish its international reputation. As Allied forces advanced across the Pacific, B-25s played a crucial role in supporting amphibious assaults and isolating enemy positions. Low-level attack tactics became particularly effective against Japanese shipping. Mitchell crews would fly at extremely low altitudes, sometimes just above the water, before unleashing bombs, rockets, and machine gun fire. These missions demanded exceptional skill and courage. Pilots had little margin for error while navigating through hostile fire and challenging terrain. The aircraft's contribution extended beyond direct combat operations. B-25 crews conducted reconnaissance missions that provided valuable intelligence regarding enemy movements and installations. Accurate information often made the difference between success and failure during major military operations. The Mitchell's combination of range, speed, and payload capacity allowed it to perform these tasks effectively. As World War II drew toward its conclusion, the B-25 remained a vital component of Allied air power. While newer aircraft entered service, the Mitchell continued to perform a wide variety of missions. Its proven reliability ensured that commanders could depend on it even during the final stages of the conflict. By the time victory was achieved, the B-25 had earned a reputation as one of the most successful medium bombers of the entire war. Following World War II, many B-25 aircraft continued serving in military and civilian roles. Some were converted into transport aircraft, while others became aerial firefighting platforms, survey aircraft, or executive transports. Their durability and relatively straightforward maintenance requirements made them attractive options for post-war operators. Several